It's me.
Frank? Frank, what are you doing out here?
I couldn't sleep. I was walking around. Cora, I was outside your window a little while ago. I heard what Nick said.
Well, I won't let him do it. I won't let him do it.
I don't know how you can stop him, Cora.
Frank, do you love me?
Yes.
Do you love me so much that nothing else matters?
Yes.
Then there's one thing we could do that would fix up everything.
What? Pray for something to happen to Nick?
Something like that.
Cora.
Well, you suggested it yourself this afternoon.
I was only joking.
Were you?
Yeah, I was.
Or had you started to think about it a little?
Wait a minute, Cora.
Frank, listen to me. I'm not what you think I am. I just want to keep this place and work hard and be something, that's all. You see, I've made a big mistake in my life. And I've got to be this way just once to fix it.
They hang you for that.
Oh, but not if you do it right. And you're smart, Frank. You'll think of a way.
He never did anything to me.
Sure he did. Maybe he didn't know it, but he did it to you and me. To both of us. But don't you see, Frank? Us. That's all that matters.
You really love me that much?
That much? Oh, I'm no good, Frank. I'm no good. But I love you. It's in the cards.
Yeah. I guess it's in the cards.
The second act of the Lady Esther Screen Guild play will follow in a moment. Now, a word.
We didn't know how we were going to do it. We didn't have any plan. It was Nick himself who gave it to us. The following morning, he was feeling real good. Cora had made up with him, and he was bubbling over with ideas.
This fella who's buying the place, he wants me to meet him tomorrow morning in Santa Barbara. We can all drive up tonight and have a little celebration.
What do you mean we can all drive up? Where do I come in?
Oh, well, I want you to meet him, Frank. I told him you'd manage the Twin Oaks for him. I gave you a pretty good recommendation.
Oh, thanks.
Well, he doesn't get the place until tomorrow. Anything we take in today is still ours. Come on, let's get out there and get to work.
That's how she was all afternoon. Quiet, cold, deliberate. Until we had the plan all set and got ready to leave. Part of my job was to get Nick drunk, but I didn't have to try very hard. We started celebrating around 4 o'clock. By 7:30 it was getting dark, so we locked up the place and started out. Cora at the wheel, Nick and me, and a bottle of wine in the back seat.
Come on, Frank. Let's have a little harmony, huh?
All right.
There's a long, long trail winding into the land of my... Hey, Cora. Cora, you're making the wrong turn.
No, I'm not. This takes us right by Lake Sherwood. I've always wanted to see it, Nick.
Oh, well, sure. Why not? There's a long, long trail.
And that's how we were when we reached the top of the pass, where the road is cut right from the side of the mountain. Nick was just having another drink when Cora stopped the car at the edge of the cliff.
Hey, what you stopping for, Cora? We got a long way to go.
Well, the engine's overheated. I'd better let it cool off.
Oh, say, that's right. Gotta save this little bus to take to Michigan.
Hey, Nick, how about another song? We're going pretty good before. Come on.
Sure. Just hold this valve, Frank. I'll start us off. Oh, pack up your troubles in your old kid bag and smile, smile, smile. Oh.
Frank.
Get out of the car, quick. Stand by. I'll have to jump.
Yeah, I left it in high.
Good, we can roll it right off.
Frank, we did it.
It'll be tough going from here. You sure you can go through it?
Oh, after seeing that, I can go through with anything.
You'll have to muss up your dress. Rip it up. I'll get down there and climb in the car, rough myself up.
Yeah.
And when you're sure I'm inside, you can head down the road and start yelling for help. You positive you can take it, Cora?
Oh, yes. There's just one thing now. Us. Nothing else matters.
The car had stopped halfway down the cliff. Hung up on a little ledge. I scrambled down to it, climbed in the back, and pulled the door open. Cora started yelling up on the road. And then, all of a sudden, the car slid forward. It began to gain speed, turned over twice, and then something hit me and everything went black. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. First, the doctor was there, and then the district attorney fella named Sackett. He asked a lot of questions and wrote down everything I said, and then he opened the door and called to Cora.
All right, Mrs. Smith, you can see him now.
Thank you. Hello, Frank. How are you?
Shaken up a little, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, your arm?
The doctor says it isn't broken. How are you?
I was getting hurt by a miracle.
That was a crazy stunt your husband pulled, Mrs. Smith. Reaching from the back, trying to grab the wheel.
Yes, poor Nick. He was so drunk.
Yeah. Well, I might as well get this report turned in. Chambers, you told the doctor you were driving?
I was.
Mrs. Smith told me that she was at the wheel.
I was.
How about that, Chambers?
I don't know. Well, it seemed to me that I was driving, but, I couldn't be sure. I mean, I guess I'd been drinking a little, too.
Yeah. I saw the chemist's report on your blood. You keep drinking like that for a few more years, and your blood's going to be 90 proof.
Well, we're going to swear off that stuff right now.
It's a very good idea. You wouldn't want another accident like this. Next time you might not get off so lucky.
They all took it like that, swallowed our story from start to finish. They brought me a lot of papers to sign, and then they checked me out of the hospital, and then Cora and I took the bus for home. All the way out, she never said one word, just kept staring out of the window. But once we were back at the Twin Oaks again, and the door was locked, and we knew we were safe.
Frank.
Yes, Cora?
Frank, are you sorry?
Well, not exactly. Sorry, I just sort of feel as though... Cora, let's clear out of here. Let's go somewhere, anywhere.
And give up this place? After what I've gone through to keep it? Oh, no, not in your life. What's the matter, Frank? Getting scared?
Maybe I am. Almost any minute I expect to hear that guitar again. Or him singing the way he was singing when I...
Oh, you're just using that for an excuse. You want to go away because you still think it's fun to be a tramp.
Oh, Cora, please.
You've been trying to make a tramp out of me ever since you've known me. But you're not going to do it. I'm staying here.
All right. I'll do whatever you say. And you know why.
What do you mean I know what? Are you trying to say you're afraid of me? Afraid I might try to double-cross you? Go back to Sackett and try to pin the whole thing on you?
Cora.
So that's the truth of it. Oh. If you stay here, it's only because you're afraid to leave.
That's not true. It isn't. But maybe that's why you won't let me go. You're afraid that maybe I might squeal.
Maybe I am.
All right, then. We're hooked.
I guess maybe we are. But I won't feel so bad after we're married.
Married?
Well, there happens to be a law in this country, Frank. A husband and wife can't testify against each other. I think maybe we'll both feel safer that way.
She didn't want to get married right away. She was afraid it might start people talking. So the next few weeks were pretty brutal. Her watching me watching her. Each of us scared of what the other might do. There were times I thought I couldn't stand it anymore. And then one evening she came to me.
Frank, I think we'll get married tonight. Some little town down near the border. You bring out the car and I'll go get my things. Frank?
Yes, Cora?
Frank, before we're married, I want to know something. And tell me the truth, because I'm going to tell the truth to you.
What do you want to know?
During these weeks, sometimes you must have planned to run away. Why didn't you?
Why didn't I? Because we're chained to each other. Ever since that night on the mountain, Cora. We were on top of a mountain. It's been on top of us ever since that night.
Is that the only reason you didn't go away?
No. It was because of you and me.
Don't say you love me now.
The funny part is, I do.
No, that's not love, Frank. When fear comes into it, it isn't love anymore. It's hate.
Do you hate me?
I don't know. And I've got to know. I've got to know the truth. Frank, will you do something for me? Then I'll know.
How?
Take me over to the beach swimming. That place we went the first time you kissed me.
Well, that's a funny thing to...
Oh, please, Frank, don't ask any questions. Just take me down to the beach. And I promise you everything will be settled one way or the other before we come back.
Well, if it means so much to you.
Here, you take the next road to the right.